Nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you are thinking about it. The human mind is powerful. It helps people learn, choose, speak, plan, and solve problems. Yet, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman explains that the mind can also make mistakes without noticing. The book is about how people think. It shows why some choices feel quick and easy. It also shows why careful thinking takes more time and effort. Kahneman explains that the brain often uses shortcuts. These shortcuts can help us move fast. They can also lead us to wrong answers. This book does not say people are foolish. It says people are human. Everyone can miss details. Everyone can trust a first feeling too much. Everyone can be sure they are right, even when they are not. The book became well known because it explains deep ideas in a clear way. It helps readers understand why people judge, guess, buy, vote, remember, and make choices the way they do. In this video, Chapter Clarity explains the book in an easy-to-understand way. It does not replace the book. The full book or audiobook may be found through the links in the description. Thinking Fast and Slow is about two ways the mind works. Kahneman calls them System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast. It works without much effort. It helps you notice a loud sound. It helps you read a face. It helps you answer easy questions, like 2 plus 2. System 1 is helpful because life would be too slow without it. A person cannot stop and think deeply about every small thing. System 2 is slower. It works when a person needs focus. It helps with hard math. It helps with planning. It helps when someone checks facts, solves a puzzle, or makes a careful choice. System 2 can do strong work, but it gets tired. It takes energy. A main point of the book is that people often trust System 1, even when System 2 should step in. This can lead to errors. The mind may answer a question too quickly. It may replace a hard question with an easier one. It may feel sure before it has enough proof. The book helps readers slow down and notice this. The first main idea is that fast thinking is useful, but not always right. System 1 helps people make quick sense of the world. For example, if a ball flies toward your face, you do not stop to write a plan. You move. That is fast thinking at work. It can protect you. It can also help in simple daily life. You can tell when a friend looks sad. You can guess what may happen next in a story. You can walk home on a known path without thinking about every step. Yet, System 1 likes quick answers. It looks for patterns. Sometimes, it sees patterns that are not really there. A person may meet one rude dog owner and then think all dog owners are rude. A person may hear one scary story on the news and think it happens all the time. The fast mind can jump from one example to a big belief. The second main idea is that the mind uses shortcuts called biases. A bias is a thinking mistake that happens in a common way. One well-known bias in the book is the availability bias. This means people judge how common something is by how easily they can remember it. For example, if someone hears about a plane crash, flying may feel very dangerous. The story is easy to remember, so the fear feels strong. Yet, the feeling may not match the real numbers. Another idea is anchoring. Anchoring means the first number or idea we hear can pull our thinking. If a store first shows a very high price, then a lower price may feel like a deal. The first number becomes an anchor in the mind. Kahneman also talks about overconfidence. This means people may trust their own guesses more than they should. They may feel certain because the story in their head feels clear. A clear story can feel true, even when it is missing facts. The third main idea is that memory is not the same as a real life. Kahneman explains that people have an experiencing self and a remembering self. The experiencing self lives through the moment. The remembering self tells the story later. Sometimes, the story we remember is shaped by the strongest part and the ending. This is called the peak end rule. For example, a long trip may have many good hours. Yet, if the ending is stressful, the person may remember the whole trip as bad. The memory does not hold every moment equally. It turns life into a shorter story. This matters because people often make future choices based on memory. They may choose what to do next by asking, "How do I remember that?" The answer may not fully match what they actually lived through. The book gives many examples of how people can be fooled by their own minds. One popular idea is, what you see is all there is. This means the mind often builds a story using only the facts in front of it. It may not ask, "What am I missing?" This can happen in school, work, money, sports, and daily life. Imagine a student gets one bad grade. Fast thinking may say, "I am bad at this." Slower thinking may say, "This was one test. What did I miss? How can I study better next time?" Imagine a buyer sees a sign that says, "Only 2 left." Fast thinking may feel pressure. Slower thinking may ask, "Do I really need this?" Thinking slowly does not mean thinking forever. It means knowing when to pause. Some choices are small. They do not need deep thought. Other choices need more care. The book helps readers see the difference. In wrapping up, Thinking Fast and Slow is about the hidden ways people think. The book explains that the mind has a fast side and a slow side. Fast thinking helps people move, react, and understand simple things. Slow thinking helps people check, compare, count, and plan. The biggest takeaways are clear. First, fast thinking is helpful, but it can make mistakes. Second, biases can shape what people believe. Third, careful thinking takes effort, so people often skip it. Fourth, memory can change how people judge the past. This book is not telling readers to doubt every thought. It is teaching them to be a little more careful. A reader can use the book by asking simple questions. Is this my first feeling or my best answer? What facts might be missing? Am I being pulled by a strong story, a first number, or a recent memory? These questions can help people think with more care. To wrap up, the book's message is simple. The mind is amazing. The mind is not perfect. Better thinking begins when people learn to pause,